I got caught in a rainstorm today. Came home from the gym, completely wet. Reminded me of my time in your mother's bedroom. But I was just happy. This tiny bit of negativity just brought me positivity. I felt refreshed. I felt retarded. And that's what I want to talk about. Retardmaxxing. I heard about retardmaxxing from Elijah Long. This chill guy, just a chill dude, talking about why you should be retarded. And I gotta say, as soon as I gazed into his dead eyes, thoughtless eyes, retarded eyes, I fell in love. Not in a homosexual way, but in a way you love your brother. Because I realized that being a retard was everything I was missing. Retardmaxxing isn't just an idea, it's a framework of life. Just be retarded. Over the years, I've been figuring life out, as we all do. I've been putting things together, rationalizing, how to be optimal, how to be the best that I can be, how to be happy. But it just clicked. It was like the clue that put all the pieces together. Just be retarded. Now, to a person who doesn't know what retardmaxxing is, it sounds retarded. Good. Keep it that way. It's basically like going back to monkey. It's like a sequel to going back to monkey. It's like a human way of being a monkey. It's being retarded. Maximize being retarded. Maximize being chill. Maximize being happy without a thought in mind. It's about practical experiences, not thought. Because I'm going to contradict the whole framework of being retarded by thinking, but it might just be worth thinking for a second just to realize how real being a retard is. And, gain trust in a framework of being retarded. Retarded enough to be retarded. So I am going to contradict myself. But retardmaxxing is about, again, experiencing life, not thinking. Because as long as we think, thoughts can be infinite. The unknown is infinite. As soon as we experience something, we put it in order, and we know how limited something is. But as soon as we don't know something, it could be anything. You can infinitely think about stuff just because you don't know it. So either go find out or forget about it because it's not worth even finding out, apparently. Just be retarded. Don't think. Be and do. Simple as that. Now, Elijah's words might just sound retarded, but there is something visionary in there. There's something pure. There's something good about it. Because we live in a world where most of the basic problems we used to have are solved. But our problem-solving minds are still working. So what do? We create our own problems. We create so many problems just to have problems to solve. But the problems we create are figments of our imagination, just a waste of energy. It's basically like we're setting up these mental mazes to navigate through endlessly. But if you were retarded enough, you would realize the mazes don't even exist. Perfect example are a lot of mental illnesses that we have today. Depression, ADHD. And now to a person who suffers from depression and ADHD, try telling them, just be retarded. See how far you get. They are so deep. They have sucked themselves, and it's important to realize, they have sucked themselves so deep into the cycle of negative thinking that they create the monster they claim to see. But again, the monster is just a figment of imagination. They are constantly like scratching themselves. They are scratching the wounds open. The wounds that in reality, given time, given enough retardation, wouldn't exist. And again, maybe today's experts disagree with it. But I'm willing to bet anything on it. I'm willing to bet anything that 100 years from now, we'll look back at what we understood about our cognitive capabilities and how much we really shoot ourselves in the foot. And we'll laugh about it. Because the truth is, the human mind and the universe itself is so large that you can infinitely think about it and create these monsters just because you don't understand, just because it's the unknown, just because you can't really experience it. You should just be retarded and don't even think about them. And now you might be saying, depression is so real. All this ADHD is so real. I'm suffering from it. I'm suffering. How can you tell me just be retarded when I am suffering? I too was suffering. What do you mean? You really think you are that special, do you? You still believe that you have this little fucking gog loose in your head, but you're thinking it loose. It doesn't even actually exist. You're just you. Be retarded. Go experience, and stop. Learn. If that's what it takes you. Slowly learn to be retarded. You can't become retarded overnight. Because the truth is, it's not about, being stupid. It's not about being stupid. It's just avoiding these problems and pitholes of our own creation. It's simple. We love to over-optimize life. We love to over-optimize everything we see. Even though everything we see is pretty much subjective, especially in the days of internet, social media, everything can be subjective. But to, physically, in life, experience something, there is something concrete about it. Hold on to something concrete that is real. So let go of this subjective nonsense that you keep on building. Because retardmaxxing is one framework of life. But the other option is, for example, Healthy Gamer or Dr. K, who is actually educated, a super smart person, not just book smart. But it is clear that he has gone into the issues and really mentally wrestled with them. He has gone into it and wrestled the demons. The demons that in reality aren't quite as scary. They aren't quite as real. It's just as soon as you imagine a dragon to be there, you will endlessly try to defeat the dragon that you imagine is there. Because you cannot prove that it isn't there. You can never prove that something you cannot see or feel or experience is there or isn't there. So you will endlessly just figure out how to cope with the dragon that you have created. Congratulations! And I am not here to dismiss anything that Dr. K is saying. He has good intentions in mind. But maybe an average person isn't well enough equipped to handle understanding. Maybe an average person would be better off overcoming. Or not even starting. Maybe an average person would be better off being retarded. Why is everyone Why is everyone supposed to be this this intellectual who understands problems, when all it really takes, simply put, being retarded, but in an easier way, being in control, acknowledging that they are in control is all it takes. Because as soon as you think, I'm a victim, as soon as you think I'm broken, as soon as you think I have something wrong with me, you will endlessly try to solve these issues, which again, you cannot see, you cannot feel, you can only think them to be there, and cannot prove that they aren't there. Because, I have something in my hand right now. It's probably air molecules. Prove it! It's easier to just be whatever. I have nothing in my hand. Be retarded. Because again, most of the things we believe are made up in our minds. Even things that we know to be true are made up in our minds. But it's especially true for things that we cannot prove. If you cannot prove something, if you cannot experience something, if you cannot see something, let it go. Be retarded. I have more respect for religious individuals who live their lives through stories, who believe that there are demons out there, enticing them all the time to do something stupid. Because that is something that they come up with through human experience. But until science can prove something for people to experience, it is useless. It is not useless for intellectuals and experts to keep figuring it out. It's interesting. It's infinitely interesting. But that's the point. As far as it is interesting and there's something to figure out, go for it. Go for it. But if you're a stupid person, struggling, needing medication to numb yourself every day, you should ask yourself, are you really that well equipped to figure it out on your own or yourself? Because obviously now you're saying, I'm not doing it on my own. I'm going to people and I'm getting help. I'm getting help from people. Stop being stupid. Be retarded. Be retarded. And I will keep saying it, because there isn't quite better terminology yet out there. I'm sure there will be better terminology than being retarded and retardmaxxing. But there's truth in there. If you are struggling with mental illnesses, if you're struggling with coping with yourself, look into it. Look into it. Because as soon as this video closes, I will go on with my life. You understand? I will go on with my life. I will be productive. I will do whatever I do in life. And I will feel good doing it. It is not my problem. It is yours. I am just here talking about being retarded and somehow feeling blissful. There is something humans are yet to understand. An average person has no point in seeking answers for something they cannot experience. I have some notes written down. Maybe I can see something that actually makes a point and isn't just me rambling. Because I truly believe, internally I feel there is something. It isn't quite there for people who just read or listen and grasp instantaneously. If we did have something like that, we wouldn't have any problems. We wouldn't have the problems of our own making that we're so constantly trying to fix because we haven't understood them yet. But I am willing to bet anything on it. That we are wasting our time and energy because we have ran out of real problems. We still have actual physical problems and scenarios to solve. But those actually take skill, those take time, those take sweat and tears. But it's easier to just ponder to yourself what your cognitive problems are. I have suffered when I was younger. I grew out of it. It's blissful. Believe and achieve. Be retarded. And it pains me to an extent to see other people continue to dig the hole that isn't there. It pains me. And having a conversation with those people, it is always, all I hear is stupidity when I would love to hear retardation. And it sounds retarded saying it, but think about it. We have the bell curve for a reason. And we can't have everybody somehow being wiser than the other. We can't have these regular people who claim to understand life, to claim to understand problems when they themselves are suffering. When did we get to the point where we take people seriously who are suffering, in the sense that we don't want to aid them, we want to accept them as if they have any standpoint to any foundations to stand on to preach. It is about waking up and being retarded. Let's see the notes now. This will make no sense. Why did I even write this? Wow, I'm retarded. Choose life over death. Choose optimality over negativity. And it's really important to realize I wrote optimality, not positivity. Because positivity is stupid. Optimality is retarded. With positivity, there's always negativity. And what we claim to be positive is subjective. Positivity could be going out drinking. It's a positive experience, but it isn't quite good. Being optimal means always walking and always trying to improve yourself in a way that is good. Not positive, it is good. Like I said, positive experiences, going out drinking. Optimal, going to the gym. Being in the gym doesn't feel positive, it doesn't feel good all of the time, but it is optimal. And you know from experience, hopefully, and if you don't, go to the gym, figure it out. Being optimal is the way to go. And now retardmaxxing is Elijah's thing. What I strive for is optimality. What I really care about is deviating from the norm. And I will talk about it more. But I'm still figuring it out myself. Why do we deviate from the norm? How it affects us? What is the norm? But for now, let's just be retarded. Thinking takes energy. and doesn't always get you anywhere. Going with the flow of what you were made to be, instead of letting your thoughts dictate who you are supposed to be. Does that make sense? I hope it does. Probably doesn't, but I hope it does. Maybe if you try to be retarded, it will make sense. Because again, mental illnesses are just an example I made, which will make a lot of people upset. I'm sure it will. But you have to understand, I am too retarded to really care. I am too retarded to really be affected by the fact that you are upset. Because you are in control of your emotions. And the sooner you realize it, and maybe you right now being upset will help you out. You don't have to be upset. You can make me to be this little character that for you to hate. But in the end of the day, you are the one hating. I am just me being blissful. I'm just me trying to put positivity out there. Even though it's hard to understand that me being retarded is positive in a sense. Be retarded. And that's it. Be retarded. And through being retarded, you find yourself being optimal.